Hey y'all, welcome back to my first video of 2024. I'm Amanda and today I'm sharing 3 yummy crockpot recipes with you. We have not tried them before, so these are new to us. One of them is a viral one, so you will have to stick around for that one and see how it turned out and how we liked it. But if you're ready, grab that crockpot, let's get cooking. Today we are making tortellini meatball soup. So you'll need some tortellini, which I'm using fresh, some frozen meatballs. I have a 32-ounce bag here. Some beef broth. I don't think I'm going to use this whole thing, maybe about 2 to 3 cups. Some pasta sauce, whatever kind you want to use. And then even though this has garlic in it, I'm going to add some more minced garlic. I'm going to add onion powder and then some Italian seasoning. Starting off in my crock pot, I'm just going to add in my meatballs and then my pasta sauce over top of them. And I'm going to use just a little less than half the jar of beef broth in there. And I will say that I did end up using the rest of the beef broth. I just didn't know how liquidy it would actually make it. With it being a soup, obviously you want it to be liquidy, but I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it without sounding silly. So I did end up using the whole thing of beef broth, and then of course measure with your heart when it comes to the extra seasonings that you are adding in. And then I'm going to cook this on low for 6 hours. You can cook this on high for 2 to 4 hours if you would like. So after a little bit of cooking, I just decided to add in the rest of the beef broth. And honestly, I would end up using 2 of these jugs of beef broth, depending on how liquidy you actually want this soup to be. So I did end up adding the rest of that in there and then just give it a nice little mix and let it finish cooking. So about 15 to 20 minutes before I'm ready to eat, I went ahead and added in my pasta because it is fresh. It will not take that long to cook. All it has to do basically is warm up. So I'm just going to give that a good mix and then let it finish cooking. So of course my pasta soaked up a lot of my juices in here. So I added about 2 cups of water in here, and that's why I mentioned that I would end up using 2 of those beef broth jugs. But even just adding in the water, it still tasted delicious. Obviously the beef broth would have more flavor. But I love this meal. This would be perfect on a nice cold cozy day, and we just served it on the side with some breadsticks. Today we are making taco and hash brown casserole. So you'll need 1 pound of hamburger. Mine is obviously frozen, and I'm going to go ahead and get that cooked up. I have a 30-ounce bag of hash browns. You'll need some sour cream, 1 can of Rotel, 1 can of cheddar cheese, soup, some shredded cheese mixed up. I have already pre-shredded a block of Colby Jack cheese. You can use whatever cheese you want to. Taco seasoning, and then I'm just going to add in some salt and pepper. I'm going to start off by giving my crock pot a nice little spray, and then I'm going to go ahead and add in my hash browns. Then I'm going to add in my Rotel, my can of cheddar cheese soup, my taco seasoning, my salt and pepper, and then I added about maybe a half cup of sour cream to that. Added in my hamburger and then some cheese. I didn't add a lot of cheese, maybe a cup of it, and gave it a really good mix. And then I am going to cook this on low for 4 hours. Now that this has cooked, I'm going to go ahead and add in the rest of my cheese. I did end up just using the rest of the bag because there wasn't very much left. You can use as much cheese as you want to, and then you're just going to put your lid back on, and I let it fully melt, and then when it was melted, I went ahead and made our bowls. So now the cheese is melted and I'm going to go ahead and get our bowls made up. Now because I used block shredded cheese, this was so cheesy and I absolutely loved it. Anything like super cheesy to me is comforting. I absolutely loved it. And I'll show you what it looks like with no toppings on it, and then I'll show you what I did add on top of it. And what I added on top was just a dollop of sour cream, and some chives. If I had green onions, I would have added green onions to this. And then I did add some Taco Bell sauce to it as well. And I just love this. Super easy and delicious. Today we are making the viral Parmesan garlic chicken. And you'll need about a pound of chicken. I'm using chicken thighs. You can use breast, whatever you want to use. You'll need some whipping cream, some of the Buffalo Wild Wings Parmesan garlic, some Parmesan cheese, a block of cream cheese, and then whatever pasta you prefer. So starting off in my crock pot, I am going to just go ahead and add in about 4 of these chicken thighs. So it's about a pound and a half of chicken. Now I'm going to go ahead and add in my Parmesan garlic sauce here. And then I ended up taking my heavy whipping cream, and I did end up using the whole entire thing. As I'm watching videos, some people used 1 full jar of the Parmesan garlic sauce full of whipping cream, and then I've seen other people use 2. So I ended up just using 2, and what you want to do is pour your whipping cream into the jar here, get it all shaken up just so you get all of that yummy goodness in there out. And then I'm going to add some Parmesan cheese on top of it, about a cup. Add on my block cream cheese, and then I'm going to cook this low and slow for about 6 hours. Now here is where you're going to pull out the chicken, obviously once it's cooked, and I'm going to go ahead and dice mine up. Tyler does like his chicken more diced up than the actual shredded, but you can take a mixer and mix up your chicken inside of your crock pot, whatever you want to do, but I'm just going to pull mine out, get it diced up, and set it back in there. Now this is all done, and I did make my pasta on the side, and I'm going to go ahead and add it in. I did make the whole entire box, and I was like, you know what, I'm not going to use the whole entire thing just because I want it to be a little saucy. I did end up adding all of it, and I regretted it, honestly. I should have just left it alone like it was right here. I thought it was perfect. But we added a side of Caesar salad onto this, and this was delicious. Definitely understand why it went viral, so this is one that you definitely have to try. That is going to be it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you are not already subscribed, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and stick around, and I will see you guys in the next one.